YCS Vegas is this weekend. You get the mystical 3 out of 3 format, Team League-esque style, where we get to see different things that normally wouldn't work in other card games be applied to this. So we're going to have a discussion on what I want to see out of the metagame for this weekend. So let's dig on into this bad boy, shall we? Alright, so 3v3. It's an interesting concept, and one that actually, as of late, has been working out for the Team YCSs. So now, you got a couple of interesting things for the dynamic of the event. So, you can have the same deck on all 3 seats, alright? Which means you can have Spiral, Spiral, Spiral. In the past, we've had Thunder, Thunder, Thunder on the same team. Or you can all have that one friend that needs the hard carry. And by needing the hard carry, they're the one that is so bad at this game that you and your friend have to 2-0 every single one because he just can't win. And then all of a sudden you make it into top 32 and your man's is carrying you. All of a sudden he wins and you're about to lose and you're like, so that's the fun of this. So the metagame this weekend, what are we expecting out of this? Well, it's a different format because you get you get 3 decks on the same team. So you get to start deciding, alright, well, first up, you got to make it through the resume process for a lot of these teams. The amount of good players I've seen on Facebook this week that are like, yeah, post your resume, let me see if you can join our team. And it's like, you need like 32 YCS tabs and some of the, it's interesting. So like, there's a whole resume process I've been reading this week, and I'm just like, So, the first combination of teams being Spiral, 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 I'm not a huge, real fan of just trying to drop all of these Spiral decks onto the same team, because what if you run into a team that just counters you? At that point, you kind of look at diversity in things and structuring, and you're like, well, you know, you try to mind game people and figure out which seat they're gonna put the other person on. Like, that's the interesting thing, because you can mind game and be like, is this team gonna put Spiral on this seat, or are they gonna put it on this seat? There's a whole thing to it. So anyway, going into this weekend, we are still expecting Spiral to be one of the top contenders for the event. That is massively consistent. Consistency's falling a little bit off of the radar, but that's one big thing. Now, a cool combination of things I would love to see would be a combination of triple Dragon Link on the same deck. Now, I do possibly like the concept, especially coming out of the UDS here. Nobody was really prepared for Dragon Link, and it's really saying something, because with the way that this format has been going, Dragon Link just came out of left field, and players are like, I didn't expect that. Red MD for extender purposes, it's good, and we talked about this earlier in the week. So if we continue on with this train of thought and players still are not prepared for this, we could see a very good team sweep the entire event, just packing in literally triple Dragon Link decks. So I would almost say Dragon Link will probably, it's still one of the underrated decks for the format, especially for contenders. Now, you could still see Team go second, which is just triple Alistair, the Invoker decks with the Shadal engine that we saw coming out of the YCS this past weekend. I do think going into this that the Shadal engine, floodgating your opponent on Winda is still one of the best things I have said this format. People were like, no, Robbie, nobody said that Winda wasn't a good card. You're making that up. Nah, I got people at my locals that are like, Winda's not good. I'm just like, Hello, duelist? There seems to be something wrong with your brain. Alright, limiting your opponent in terms of gameplay is very good. Now, big contenders, Dragon Link, Shadal's, Spirals. Alright, Robbie, why are you putting Dragon Link up so high, Robbie? Like, what is wrong with you? The unexpected... it's like, it's not expected, but it's expected at this point. I just think, like, the combos that the deck can do, players are just like, huh? Now, this weekend, we need to see something out of Lunalight. Now, Lunalight has been doing well regionally everywhere. Alright, like, this has not been a joke. Like, Lunalight is this deck that's sitting in the back right now, and it's like, yes, my time to shine is coming. And the deck, I don't know if, like, the power ceiling for Lunalight, just, it can't reach up and, like, climb that one stair, because it's literally just gotta go from here to, like, here. And it could pass the jump and be the better deck, but it's just having those issues meeting with today's metagame standards that, I don't know, and especially going into the 3v3, like, Lunalight's, you're gonna have to worry about it playing itself and losing to itself. So I guess, like, conceptually, like, you could do, like, a triple Lunalight thing, because, like, the deck, I love the fact that the deck has so many cool iterations that you can do with it. Time Thieves, the Zubababa stuff, you know, packing in more of a psychic package. You've got a lot of things that you can actually push and meld into the engine. So there just hasn't been a super, I guess, consistent thing to do this. So I would like to see Lunalight push and do something here. Now, I believe, was it last event we had Triple Thunder end up getting first or second? I can't remember. I'm a fossil. My brain doesn't work the way it should anymore. But we saw in the past that Triple Thunder was a dominating force. Now remember, Colossus doesn't exist anymore. You know, Titan might not be the best consistent part of the deck, but I still believe in the artifacts. Like, we saw Indy 10th place. We saw Mexico regional 1st place with this deck. And that's it. We've just, 2 people have touched this deck and messed around with it, and that's, and for that build, I've seen some stray Thunder, but, like, the mentality has been on that. So I don't know, like, I would love to see some spice come out of Thunder. Like, at this point, it's just like, I wanna see Team Madolche come through. I want to see triple Madolche decks all line up, and I want to see every one of these go second and just have the best time of their lives. I think that would be hilarious in the long run. Like, Team League events like this give rise to some of the coolest concepts that you can do, but you still have to keep in mind the format. You still have to carry your buddy who's awful at this game, for some reason decided to drive or fly with you all the way to Vegas just to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of gambling and doing other things that you should be doing in Vegas, but instead, you know, you're choosing to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I don't know, cool combinations. Outside of that, oh yes, oh sorry, I forgot to mention Salad as a deck. Gazelle to 1 and Mirage Dalio Band really hurt this deck. Thunder's still good, alright? Like, Thunder and Lunalight are like the same deck right now. They're both sitting here, they're like, we gotta go, Did you see that? Oh, we'll do it again. We just gotta go up that much. Like, 0.2 centimeters to be a slightly better contender for the format. Like, they're destined to stick at 1.5 for the time being, just because they can't climb that little hurdle that they need. Like, that's the difference between, like, 1 and 1.5. Like, you can clearly tell the 1.5 decks. You can clearly see the Tier 1 decks. They're sitting up here at the top. But it's interesting. This is what's going on. Like, I didn't actually think Tier 1.5 would be so loudly set at this point in the format, but it really has. Tech choices going into this weekend, I don't know any. Alright, like, should you spend $12 for cross sheep at the event because you need it? That's on you, buddy. I don't know. I'm not your standard goalkeeper. I would say, though, watch out for Mystic Mine. A lot of players are messing around with that. Like, that card's been, like, not a sleeper card for the format, but, like, players know about it. So I guess like my question to you becomes like, are you worried about it or are you not? Like, and I would give some consideration to being worried about it, just as a tech option that players are exploring at this point in time. So test it for what you will. But so what do you think is going to come out of the YCS Weekend? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.